Yes, see the first stanza. The poetess has given us the picture of the tigers. She says, Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen. What is the situation given here? Aunt Jennifer has embroidered some tigers on the panel. ऐसे होता है ना, आप एम्ब्रॉयडरी करके कोई सीनरी बना लेते हो या कोई पिक्चर बना लेते हो और उसको दीवार के ऊपर लगाया हुआ है, ठीक है. So the picture which is being presented to us is that Aunt Jennifer has tigers which are embroidered. They are not live tigers, you must keep it in mind. And that picture or that portrait is on the wall. And we are given the picture of those tigers as if they are lively. They are living tigers. So the poetess says, Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen. Across a screen means screen है, portrait है या दीवार के ऊपर जो picture टांगी गई है उसके ऊपर Aunt Jennifer के tigers हैं, but they are shown as prancing. That means jumping. उनकी पिक्चर जो है वो कैसी है, जंप करते हुए टाइगर्स की जो है वो पिक्चर शो की गई है. Bright topaz, denizens of a world of green. See the adjectives used for those tigers. Bright, they are very bright in color. Topaz, topaz क्या होता है? It is just like a stone. बहुत ब्राइट एक स्टोन होता है, चमकदार स्टोन होता है, जैसे रिंग्स वगैरह में लोग स्टोन लगवाते हैं, ऐसा येलो कलर का एक स्टोन होता है. एंड दे आर येलो इन कलर, वेरी ब्राइट. डेनिजन्स मीन्स द हैबिटेंट्स, जहां जो उनकी लिविंग प्लेस होती है, रहने की जगह उनकी क्या होती है, फॉरेस्ट. ऑफ अ वर्ड ऑफ ग्रीन, वर्ड ऑफ ग्रीन मीन्स द फॉरेस्ट. What is shown in that picture? That those tigers are very bright yellow in color. They are jumping and they are living in a forest. Denizens of a world of green means they are shown on the picture that they are jumping, living in the फॉरेस्ट. कि फॉरेस्ट का सीन दिखाया गया जिसमें टाइगर्स हैं, बहुत येलो ब्राइट कलर में एम्ब्रॉयडर किए गए हैं, एंड दे आर जंपिंग. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. They do not fear the men. That means they are not afraid of any human being beneath the tree. Maybe under the tree, beneath the tree, there may be some human beings. ट्रीज के पास, फॉरेस्ट के अंदर ट्रीज भी होंगे ना, तो उन ट्रीज के आसपास कुछ ह्यूमन बींग्स भी होंगे, बट दोज टाइगर्स आर नॉट अफ्रेड ऑफ दोज ह्यूमन बींग्स. दे आर जंपिंग विदाउट एनी fear. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. They pace means they walk, they jump. In sleek means in well-groomed manner, as if they have learned all those tricks. Chivalric in a brave manner. Certainty with confidence, with their determination. That means they don't have any fear. They are full of confidence and they are roaming here and there, jumping here and there in the forest without any fear of anyone. So note down here the use of alliteration in the last line. Chivalric certainty, C sound is repeated here. So in the first stanza, we are getting the picture of the tigers, which are embroidered by Aunt Jennifer, and they are shown on the panel. What type of tigers those are? They are bright yellow in color, just like the topaz stone. They are shown living in the forest, and they are moving here and there without the fear of any human beings. Clear? They are full of confidence, courage, and bravery. Look at the second stanza. Aunt Jennifer's tigers, Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Now in the second stanza, we are told the situation when Aunt Jennifer embroidered those tigers. जब उसने उन दोनों टाइगर्स को या दो से ज्यादा टाइगर्स भी उसने हो सकता करे हों उस पैनल के ऊपर, पेपर के ऊपर या क्लॉथ, थिक क्लॉथ जो भी उसने लिया है, what type of situation she felt at that time. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool. कि on that wool, on that cloth where she was embroidering those tigers, when she was doing it, her fingers were fluttering. Fluttering means shaking with fear. डर के साथ उसकी उंगलियां कांप रही थी. This one reason is of the fear. Second, due to the weakness of her body. She is shown as physically and mentally weak lady who is suffering so many problems and troubles in life, in her married life. So she is physically weak, mentally stressed. That's why she is shown mentally weak also. and when she was pulling that needle out of that cloth, needle के साथ, सुई के साथ या धागे के साथ जब उस कपड़े में वो टाइगर्स को एम्ब्रॉयडर कर रही थी तो उसके हाथ कांप रहे थे. Find even the ivory needle hard to pull, and at that time she was feeling even that ivory needle that is made of ivory. Ivory क्या होता है? हाथी के दांत जो होते हैं उससे बनी हुई, बहुत लाइट, मतलब वो उनका कहने का पर्पस है कि बहुत हैवी चीज नहीं थी उसके हाथ में, बहुत पतली सी छोटी सी नीडल थी, लेकिन उसको जब वो कपड़े से खींच रही थी, पुलिंग आउट, एट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो इवन शी वॉज फीलिंग वेरी ग्रेट डिफिकल्टी. बहुत मुश्किल से वो उस कपड़े में से उसको निकाल पा रही थी. इट वॉज हार्ड टू पुल मीन्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू पुल दैट नीडल. शी वॉज सो फिजिकली वीक. दैट शोज हर वीकनेस कि इतनी ज्यादा वो वीक थी कि वो उस छोटी सी नीडल को भी कपड़े में से खींच कर बाहर नहीं निकाल पा रही थी. दैट शोज हर physical weakness. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. What type of feeling she was having? She was burdened with the wedding band which she was having on her hand. That was the band of her marriage, the wedding band with the uncle. At that time, she was feeling massive weight, means it was very heavy. What she feels mentally, that this marriage bond was very heavy upon her because she was not leading a very good and happy life. She was suffering so many problems. That's why she was mentally stressed and physically weak. And it shows that she was having the massive weight, means a huge weight, बहुत heavy, उसके ऊपर दिमाग के ऊपर बोझ था इस अपने मैरिज के बॉन्ड का जो कि अंकल के साथ उसकी मैरिज हुई थी. वेट ऑफ अंकल्स वेडिंग बैंड हियर रेफर्स टू द वेडिंग सेरेमनी और द बॉन्ड ऑफ मैरिज which had been done, sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand, and that weight was felt on even on her hand also, because it was difficult for her to pull that ivory needle out of that cloth. That shows that she was very weak physically due to this वेडिंग बैंड. इतना ज्यादा वो स्ट्रेस थी अपनी इस मैरिड लाइफ में कि उसको लग रहा था कि ये मैरिज जो है वो एक तरह से उसके ऊपर बर्डन था. ये बॉन्ड जो था वो एक तरह से एक बंधन था उसके लिए, एक बॉन्ड था जिससे वो बाहर नहीं निकल पा रही थी. दैट मीन्स शी वाज नॉट एबल टू एंजॉय हर फ्रीडम. She cannot do anything according to her own. She had to do everything. She had to work and do everything according to her husband, according to her in-laws. So that was just like a burden on her mind. She was not leading a free and happy life, full of burdens and worries she was facing in her life. So the condition was given that this bond of marriage was just like a burden on her mind, on her hands also, that she was so stressed, so physically weak that she was not able to pull up that needle even. Look at the next stanza, third stanza. When aunt is dead, terrified hands will lie still ringed with ordeals. She was mastered by the tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Now, the third stanza gives us the picture when Aunt Jennifer has died. And even after her death, she could not remove this feeling of fear from her mind. That is haunting. हॉन्टिंग फियर होता है जब आपके मन में कोई डर जो है वो बैठ जाता है, आप उठते बैठते सोते जागते आपको वही डर जो है वो माइंड में घूमता रहता है. यू कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग प्रॉपरली. किसी भी चीज को आप सेटिस्फाइड माइंड से या पीसफुली नहीं कर सकते हैं. दैट इज अ हॉन्टिंग फियर. And what is told in this third stanza is that Aunt Jennifer, even after her death, she is not able to come out of that fear. That fear was still haunting in her mind. अभी भी उसको डरावना सपने की तरह माइंड में डर जो था वो बैठा हुआ था. And what is the situation of Aunt Jennifer and the tigers given when she has died? The poet says, when aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie still ringed with the ordeals. कि उसके हाथ जो कि टेरिफाइड मीन्स डरे हुए थे, कांप रहे थे डर के साथ या फिजिकल वीकनेस के साथ, वो अभी भी कहते उसी रिंग के साथ ऑर्डील थे. रिंग मीन्स हियर रिंग्ड विद ऑर्डील्स. सिंपल मीनिंग इज दैट शी वाज फेसिंग द डिफिकल्टीज. ऑर्डील्स मीन्स द डिफिकल्ट चैलेंजेस और द प्रॉब्लम्स व्हाटएवर शी वाज फेसिंग इन लाइफ. But this word is giving you three meanings. It is given in the three meanings One is ringed word is used in triple meaning here. You can note down, sometimes it comes in the form of a question. One is the vicious grip of unhappy married life. Ring is the symbol of married life. रिंग सेरेमनी होती है ना, तो तब उसके बाद हम कहते हैं जी एंगेजमेंट हो गई या रिश्ता पक्का हो गया, तो दैट रिंग इज द सिंबल ऑफ मैरिड लाइफ. And her life was unhappy, sorrowful, full of sadness and difficulties. Second is the conventional use of this word ring, that is the symbol of sacred bond of marriage. पहली चीज क्या बता रही है हमें कि उसकी अनहैप्पी मैरिड लाइफ का जो विशियस सर्कल था, that was used as the form of ringed. Second is the sacred bond of marriage, where I have told रिंग सेरेमनी की फॉर्म में हम करते हैं. दैट इज द अनदर कन्वेंशनल मीनिंग ऑफ द रिंग. सिंपल मीनिंग हम कहेंगे, रिंग का मीनिंग क्या लेते हैं, दैट इज रिंग, जो कि मैरिज की सेरेमनी के लिए फर्स्ट कॉन्टेक्ट या फर्स्ट हम कहते हैं कि हमारा आपस में बॉन्ड बन गया, तो उस चीज के लिए यूज की जाती है. दैट इज द कन्वेंशनल यूज ऑफ दिस वर्ड रिंग. थर्ड इज द फिगरेटिव यूज. फिगरेटिव यूज में पोइट क्या कहना चाहता है, रिंग्ड हियर मींस एनसर्कल्ड. राउंड होती है ना रिंग, तो इसका फिगरेटिव मीनिंग में यूज क्या किया गया पोइट का, अकॉर्डिंग टू पोइट हियर, दैट इज एनसर्कल्ड, दैट शी वाज एनसर्कल्ड बाय द डिफिकल्टीज एंड द चैलेंजेस ऑफ लाइफ. So this word ringed here is used with three meanings. First meaning, unhappy married life, that was the vicious grip of unhappy married life. Second, the symbol of sacred bond of marriage. And the third, it means encircled by. So the poet was using this word in three meanings. Pratham Soni, please look at your book and try to understand instead of giving signals to others. So in this line, the poet has used the word ringed in three meanings. Wait, beta, let me finish, then you can ask your questions. Still ringed with ordeals. Ordeals means difficulties, problems. So what the poet wants to say, that even after her marriage also, she was not free from that fear. Still she was having that fear in her mind, that was due to that ring which she was wearing in her fingers in her life. She was mastered by her husband, uncle. She was working just like a slave. Husband was working just like a master, giving orders, and she was obeying all those orders and doing all type of household chores also and other works also, living in this life, leading the life of a slave. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing proud and unafraid. But there is no difference in the behavior of the tigers which she has embroidered, which were shown on the panel, on the wall. They were still there, which she had made, and they will go on prancing, still shown jumping. जैसे पहले दिखाई दे रहे थे, वो अब भी वैसे ही जंप करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं. Proud and unafraid, full of confidence, full of proud, having no feeling of fear from any human beings. That means there is no change in the behavior of the tigers, even after the death of Aunt Jennifer. Still, they are in the same way. And when we look at Aunt Jennifer's behavior and her personality, she is also having the same attitude, still full of fear. Even after her death, she is not free from that fear which she was facing in the life. But what the idea poet wants to convey through these lines is that human life is mortal. Human life is mortal, but art survives forever. This is a piece of art which she has created. This is another idea which the poet has created in the last lines to give another view to the poem, so that the readers can learn one thing more, that human life is mortal. We all have to die one day. No one is going to survive forever. It is the reality and everyone has to accept. Death is the reality and everyone has to accept it. And that's why we say human life is mortal. But the things which we create, or the things of art, as in this poem we see the embroidered tigers or the portrait of those tigers which Aunt Jennifer has created on the panel or that was shown on the wall, that was still there in the same way as it was in the beginning. First line में भी हमें यही बताया गया first stanza में, that all the tigers were jumping, they were living in the forest, they were not afraid of human beings, they were proud, they were full of confidence. In the same way, in the last line also, the poetess gives the same idea. That means art survives forever. This is the another idea. Now, what is the reason which is given to us that the lady who is shown as Aunt Jennifer here and who represents the whole community of women in general, why she has created these tigers? Anyone out of you who can give your point of view? आपके माइंड में कोई ऐसी बात आ रही हो कि उसने ऐसे टाइगर्स जो हैं वो क्यों बनाए, क्यों क्रिएट करे ऐसे टाइगर्स? Yes, any idea that comes in your mind? No? No one? Yes, anyone, those who are attending the virtual class? Raise your hand if you have any idea why she has created these tigers. Raise your hand and you can give your answer. No one? Okay, then listen. What is the reason behind this shown? Or we can get the idea after reading the poem that Aunt Jennifer has given these tigers as the representatives of freedom. Whatever she wants to do in her life, and she was curtailed. She was not able to do all those things what she wanted to do according to her own desire. She has represented those things through the tigers, which represent the feeling of bravery, certainty, confidence, freedom. So all these things, she was curtailed. She was not enjoying freedom. She was not doing anything according to her own desires. She was not courageous. She's shown as a coward lady working as a slave. Husband was working as a master. She could not do. This is the society picture presented before you, that how the women have to face the problems in life and they cannot lead their life with freedom according to their own. They are curtailed with this freedom, and how she represents her, whatever she wanted to do in her life, that she has presented through the tigers. Why she embroidered these tigers? Just to give express to her desire, to give vent to her ideas, to her feelings, what she wanted to do in life. क्या चाहती थी वो अपनी लाइफ में? सोचती थी कि वो पूरी तरह से अपनी लाइफ को फ्रीडम के साथ लीड करे, लेकिन वो नहीं कर पाई. That's why she gave went to her desires, her feelings through these tigers. उसने टाइगर्स को एम्ब्रॉयडरी करी या उनको पैनल के ऊपर अपने सामने लगाया, अपने रूम के अंदर या कहीं भी, जस्ट टू शो कि वो ऐसी फ्रीडम, ऐसी लाइफ लीड करना चाहती है, बट शी कुड नॉट डू इट in her life. Clear? Yes, any problem you can ask.